Hi, everyone. So Newcastle United and Liverpool played out a thrilling 2-2 draw at St. James Park on Monday evening. At one moment that stood out like a sore thumb during the first half was Anthony Gordon's red card. Yes, the summer signing from Everton was dismissed right on the stroke of halftime for a reckless challenge on Liverpool defender Virgil van Dijk. Initially, referee Simon Hooper showed Gordon a yellow card, but after consulting with the VAR room, he changed his mind and brandished a straight red, leaving Newcastle down to 10 men for the entirety of the second half. Needless to say, Magpies boss Eddie Howe was furious with the decision and threw his water bottle in the direction of the assistant referee in frustration. But how did the pundits view Gordon's challenge? Well, as we've come to expect from him, Alan Shearer didn't hold back in his post-match analysis. In fact, immediately after the match, the legendary striker took to social media to share his thoughts, posting on X, formerly known as Twitter, "What a stupid challenge, man. It's a red card all day." Now, if you missed the match or need a refresher on exactly what happened, here's what went down. After a bright start from Newcastle, the visitors began to grow into the contest, carving out a couple of decent openings. But it was the Magpies who came closest to breaking the deadlock when Callum Wilson flicked a header just wide of the post. However, against the run of play, Liverpool took the lead in the 34th minute. Substitute Ryan Gravenberch, who had only been on the pitch for a few minutes, got on the end of Mohamed Salah's cross and powered a header past Nick Pope. Newcastle were dealt a further blow just 2 minutes later as Gordon saw red for a rash challenge on Van Dijk. As the half drew to a close, the Reds could have extended their lead, but Alisson Becker denied Wilson a second time, this time with his legs, and that proved to be the last action of the half. When the teams came out for the second half, it looked like Newcastle were going to have an uphill task trying to get back into the match, but within 5 minutes, they were level. First, Howe's side won a penalty when Joel Matip handled the ball inside the area, and although Alisson guessed the right way, Wilson sent the goalkeeper the wrong way from the spot. Just when it seemed as though Liverpool might be out of ideas, they regained the lead in the 67th minute. A quick counter-attacking move involving Diogo Jota and Harvey Elliott ended with the latter firing a low shot past Pope. In the 82nd minute, Newcastle thought they had grabbed a late point when substitute Chris Wood got on the end of a pinpoint cross from substitute Jacob Murphy, but his downward header was ruled out for offside. In the end, though, the points were shared as both teams had to settle for a draw. But back to Gordon's red card, which was initially given as a yellow by on-field referee Simon Hooper, but then upgraded to a red after he checked the pitch side monitor. And now, as mentioned, former Newcastle striker and current pundit Alan Shearer has slammed the England international for his antics. Taking to social media, Shearer posted a video of the incident with the caption, "What a stupid challenge, man. It's a red card all day." Former Arsenal striker and fellow pundit Thierry Henry also gave his thoughts on the incident. During the halftime analysis on Sky Sports, he said, "In our day, it is maybe a foul, possibly a yellow, but not a red. Why do you do it to yourself? I don't understand. It's too far to reach him. You know, it's too far to reach him. He gets carried away with what's been happening and I can understand it. But you can't argue that as a red." Shearer added, "I agree with what Thierry is saying. I think he's done it because he's so frustrated. And sometimes you have to lead with your head, not your foot. He's a good kid. Anthony, I like him. But that is a red card. No two ways about it. If the lad studs up, it's worse again. But he's frustrated. He'd been booked and he's having a frustrating day. I totally get why he's done it. But he cannot argue. Anyone cannot argue with that being a red card." Unfortunately, as the cameras panned to Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp in the technical area, Kelly quipped, "He's got his hands in his pocket. He doesn't care." Shearer replied, "No, he does care. He's just frustrated. And he's probably thinking, how have we let ourselves get into this position?" And when pressed by Kelly as to whether it was a sending off offense, Henry added, "It has to be. What is he doing there? When you look at the replays, there's no need for that. That's a clear and obvious red card. No two ways about it." Sky Sports reporter and presenter Kelly also gave his assessment of the situation. He said, "I think both managers will have a bit of sympathy over the challenge. It was a bad one from Anthony Gordon, but I think he has been targeted at times tonight. He's frustrated. It was a bad challenge, but I think he has been targeted at times by Liverpool because he has done well in this game. He's caused problems for them, particularly in that first half, but that will frustrate Newcastle. Fellow pundit and former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher added, they will be kicking themselves, not because they are 1-0 down, but because of the red card. There was always a chance someone was going to go today. There was a banner in the crowd saying get at them. Cameras also picked up the extent of the injury sustained by Van Dijk as a result of the tackle, as stud marks could be seen down the Dutch defender's calf, which appeared to be the writing on it. Walford Gordon, before VAR even stepped in the aftermath of the match, Howe admitted that he was disappointed to come away from the contest without 3 points, but expressed pride in the character shown by his players. Speaking of BBC Match of the Day, he said, I am frustrated, yes, because I felt we deserved to win the game. The penalty was a big moment. We had to get our heads back in the game after conceding a second goal, and the manner in which we did that pleased me. We showed great character and quality, but it is hard to take when you were so close to winning the game and getting the 3 points. Howe also went on to discuss Gordon's red card and admitted that he could have no complaints about the decision. He told BBC Match of the Day, I haven't seen it again, but I don't think there is any excuse. I know Anthony's frustration. He's had a tough night. He was booked earlier, and he was trying to make something happen. But if anyone tells me that isn't a red card, I will be surprised. So there you have it. That is what Alan Shearer and other pundits had to say about Anthony Gordon's red card against Liverpool. Let us know your thoughts below. Did Gordon get away with one there? Or do you agree with Shearer and the others that it was a red card all day long? Drop your thoughts below. Meanwhile, this has been your host. Thank you for watching, and make sure you stay tuned for all the latest Newcastle United news.